Nice.
Calm down.
Cowboy.
Calm down.
Farmer. This celebration.
Calm down.
If you compare, you can never see. You're not supposed to look at Palmer and think of Bruno Fernandes this season. If you see Palmer, you see the midfield, the number 10 row this season begins and ends with Palmer.
Wow.
Bruno is lost. Odegaard missing. You cannot see those names cannot be mentioned in the same sentence with that of Palmer. It's a disrespect. You are putting Bruno Fernandes and Palmer in one sentence this season. One sentence. Come on, don't do that.
Because this Saka has carried the team even in their lowest state. So that is what my metrics is based on. But if you say goals and assist, then Palmer wins the day as a number 10.
All right, so welcome back again, and this is Football Pitch Fans, and as you know how we do it here, we talk about football, tactical analysis, and here we'll discuss and dissect matters regarding football. And today we definitely want to talk about the preview on Arsenal versus Chelsea. We're going to talk about the tactics, how the coach are going to approach this game and what to expect. And after this video, we're definitely going to drop our predictions to this game. So you better try to stick around to really see our predictions. And let's know from the comment section where you're watching from and what you think about the game and also your predictions to this game. Now in the studio with me, I have Emma Breed from AF Arsenal. How you doing?
I'm going to.
How was the weekend for you like?
Not so much of a good weekend, but yeah, we move.
It is what it is.
Yeah, man.
And there I have Ice Cowboy Palmer. How you doing?
I feel blessed. I feel good.
A narrow and dicey win against Leicester City.
Win now, win. 3 points back.
3 points is 3 points.
Top 4.
Okay, so let's quickly go through this. Let's really start with the formations and also the stats going into this game, because they say stats don't lie. Going into this game, in the 5 last meeting, Arsenal versus Chelsea, Arsenal have had the upper hand, 3 wins and 2 draws, whereas Chelsea have not got a win over Arsenal in the last 5 games. Now, going into this game, tell me, Emma Breed, when you hear Chelsea and how they perform, their star player is Palmer is right now, and how Arsenal is really struggling and really not, having lots of attacking option. Do you think Arsenal really pose a threat to Chelsea as it is right now?
The question should be, does Chelsea pose a threat to Arsenal right now? No, regardless of the fact that Arsenal has been poor, and the game against Manchester United, after the match, I came out to say Arsenal were lucky to go home with 1 point, but you can't still rule out from your statistics here. You said in 5 meetings, Chelsea has not won any game. So it shows that they are the weaker and the underdog right now. But Chelsea is a good squad. It's a good team. They have a relatively good manager. And it's a game that I won't just rule off. It's a derby, obviously. So Chelsea will come out to play football, just as Arsenal would. But I see the game going to the wire. And a very dicey one, I would say. Yes.
All right, so Cowboy, tell me right now, going into this game against Arsenal, looking at how you are still lacking in attacking option, I would say, because as it is right now, Jackson actually, really caused a disrupt in your attacking force right now. Tell me, when you hear Arsenal, what do you think about that game?
Well, going into this match, when I hear Arsenal, what comes to my mind is fear. I can't even lie. When I hear Arsenal, I get scared because you said it yourself. In 5 meetings, they've trashed me 3 times. And one of those 3 times was a 5-0 win. A 5-0 win. So you can imagine, I have no reason to be boastful. But as a Chelsea fan, my pride can never be brought down. My confidence still remains, and I have to sit well for this. Well, going into that game, I know I lack options attack-wise because the absence of Jackson have crashed my attacking force. But likewise, Arsenal. Arsenal are also dealing with injuries. Their attacking options too is not plenty. They don't have a lot of options. They don't have a lot of tricks up their sleeves. So it's going to be a 50-50. It's a 50-50 chance for anything. Any team can win. It's a game. Come out and play. But I'm begging Maresca. I just learned something. So Mazi Maresca, in the name of God, in the name of this badge, we 2 of us love and they kill ourselves for, please use Danfo, take my players to that pitch, and when you get there, park the bus. Park it! Because I don't learn something. Park the bus, because Arsenal gets clueless when the bus is being parked in front of them. So park that bus and let us utilize their mistakes. We have very fast wingers. We have very fast attackers. And that's the only way we can secure a result. Maresca, Pack the bus. Let us punish these boys.
All right, so going into this game right now, in my brain, Arsenal, it is right now, they've been, into the two-horse race in this EPL league right now, but it is right now, the league is gone. Mathematically, yes, not over, but it is what it is. If you have a draw against Chelsea, you are opening the door for 16 points gap for Liverpool, and definitely mathematically it will be done. So do you think in this game against Chelsea is where it's going to be mathematically all over for Arsenal?
For me, I think the league is already done. What Arsenal should be fighting for, and I think that's the thing. Mentally, you wouldn't want to disrupt how the team is right now by coming out to concede defeat early. That's why when they asked Arteta that was like 2 weeks ago, he said, "God forbid, it's still open for everyone to contest." So for me, it's gone. Just come out, find a way to secure the top 2 finish, which is the most important thing right now, while you focus on the Champions League games. That is it. And to further buttress what Cowboy said, Arsenal becomes clueless when you pack the bus. And it has happened a lot of times this season. The mid-block, the low block is one thing that has disrupted the whole Arsenal game plan a lot. If you do that, it is most likely you come out with a draw. And it has happened like 2, 4, 6 times that I have personally seen. So going into the game, I feel Arsenal is not fighting for any title right now. It's just come out and play football. Find a way to grind out a win against the Chelsea side and allow the league continue. But saying you have a way of fighting into that title race right now, it's not possible. So a win or a draw, I would take.
Now, a draw right now is definitely going to put us now in a dicey position, making that top 2 spot, because right now I think they're gapping Nottingham Forest with just 4 points, I would say. So if you're having a draw, Nottingham Forest actually get 3 points, it's 1 point, and really it's going to be all shaky for Arsenal. What do you think about it?
Like I said, what we're fighting for now is a top 2 finish, which is important. I said, if you can't get a win, secure a draw, which is important.
And don't lose.
Yes. No. Losing is not acceptable right now because you have to fight to the end. Everybody is on your tail right now to get that top 4 position, and you're the most looked at team to actually clinch that second position. Slipping away from that second position, I would say it's failure on the side of the Arsenal team. Regardless of the injuries.
All right, so tell me, Palmer, going into this game, let's look at it more tactically with the formations, which, is going to be in play in this game. Arsenal definitely is going to stick with their 4-3-3 formation. Whereas Chelsea, in the last game, they played a 4-2-3-1 formation. So do you think Maresca is definitely going to have a kind of, rearrangement when it comes to the formation and the way he has to approach this game with?
Well, I doubt if Maresca will change his formation. He's still going to come out with that 4-2-3-1 formation. Although I would prefer him to play a formation of 5-4-1. Yes, that's completely pack the bus. A 5-4-1 formation. Or he should come out with the formation he played against Aston Villa, the 3-4-3. That was my favorite tactics. That's my favorite Maresca tactics so far this season. Even though we lost that match, we didn't deserve to lose. So going into this fixture, he should come out with that 3-4-3 formation, or he should pack the bus completely with the 5-4-1, because we cannot lose. We don't have to lose. We don't have any games to lose, because if you check our fixtures, we have very, very tough opponents. So we are supposed to prepare for every game as it comes with our sweat and blood, and prepare to, if at all, secure a draw, because a draw should be considered as the loss. You should either win or a draw till the end of the season to be able to sit well at that top 4. Because the only way that top 4 can be sure at the moment, top 4 is not sure for anybody.
Even Arsenal
don't join that top 4 race.
No. Top 4 is certainly for Arsenal.
See, that was
it's the top 2 that you'll be looking at. But top 4 is
top 4 is certain for Arsenal, but the position, like that. Who will be second, who will be third, who will be fourth is not certain at the moment. Who will finish second, third, fourth is not certain at the moment.
Okay, Arsenal, so the question we are getting right now from a fan from the review which we had previously, someone is actually asking, Imabrid, who in this Chelsea squad are you really scared of? Palmer, Enzo, who in this squad do you think can definitely hurt Arsenal?
Presently, I would say this guy has had a dip in form, Cole Palmer, lately, but he's one guy that can turn up on a day and still deliver. So if you say someone you should be concerned not really scared, but concerned about in the Chelsea squad, I think Cole Palmer is that guy. Neto was the one who scored the equalizer in the reverse fixture. And for his speed and all, somebody you should consider, even if he's not so consistent in what he does. But Palmer is that guy. He can turn up on his day, and yeah, it's magic.
How about Moise?
Moise, okay, now,
Moise.
Caicedo on his day is a good player, but I wouldn't say he puts a lot of threats. Now, this is a game you would love to win. In the attacking front, he doesn't offer so much. Defensively, yes, he can do a lot of things, covering the back and all to secure that Chelsea doesn't lose on the day, which is his primary responsibility. But he's not going to hurt me in any sense. So the one I'm concerned about, I won't say I'm scared, but I'm concerned about is Cole Palmer, because yeah, that guy can be as in the danger man when it's his day.
So just as Bruno is to Manchester United, definitely that's how Palmer is. Exactly. So right now we're having a controversy a little bit earlier on, and people are actually bringing up the topic, saying that Bruno. Some person are saying Bruno is better off Cole Palmer this season, or is it Cole Palmer better off than Bruno? So what do you think? What's your say about that?
For me, I'm not a Man U fan and I'm not a Chelsea fan, but if I'm to rate both players, I would still pick Bruno over Palmer. This is just my personal opinion.
But what are you going for it for? What's metrics you actually choosing?
For this season, yeah, I've seen Bruno in a very poor United state still stand out. I wouldn't consider United as poor. Chelsea as poor as Manchester United. This has been a team that they've suffered 3 managers. Inconsistency, change of tactics, and all of that. The only standout player you can pick out of this squad in those 3 times where those 3 managers have managed is only Bruno. Meanwhile, Palmer has done this stuff for just a season, last season, and he was so good. I'm not going to disregard that. He's still a good player, but he has suffered a dip in form, and he can certainly tell that this guy is not going to be there for so long. But Bruno has done this thing for a longer time. So yeah, to me, I still regard Bruno as a better player.
Okay, so I choose from the metrics you're actually judging your own preference to is because of the team Bruno is in. Let me hear from you before because we actually running out of time. Let me hear from you. What do you think? Bruno or Palmer for you? Who's more better informed this season?
I don't even know why you're asking me that question. You're asking a Chelsea fan, Bruno or Palmer? Palmer all day, Palmer every day. Who is Bruno? Bruno that if fans will come out and shout, "You look like a rat, you look like a rat." Never will a Chelsea fan come out to curse Palmer because there's Palmer has not scored in how many matches, but we dare him back. We dare him back with the supporter who are screaming, "I love you, Palmer, I love you, Palmer, I love you, Palmer.
What fans
come back to form." That's what fans does. But is it not the same Manchester United fans that is singing, "You look like a rat"? You are telling me that Palmer won't be there because he has 4 to 5 bad games. How many bad games has Bruno Fernandes have this season? If you compare, you can never see. You're not supposed to look at Palmer and think of Bruno Fernandes this season. If you see Palmer, you see the midfield, the number 10 row this season begins and ends with Palmer.
Wow.
Bruno is lost. Odegaard missing. You cannot see those names cannot be mentioned in the same sentence with that of Palmer. It's a disrespect. You are putting Bruno Fernandes and Palmer in one sentence this season. One sentence.
Okay.
Come on, don't do that.
Let's really go into it before we conclude. Imabri, you definitely say you're choosing because of team Bruno has played in, and that's why you are tipping him off over Palmer.
Yeah.
You know, I felt like if you're going that way, then start looking at lesser teams who have had exceptional players in their team. Okay. Now, Manchester United as a team right now is struggling below 13, 15 position, right? Now, we are saying you are picking Bruno because he plays in that Man U squad that is not good. Now, that will now draw you to start looking at other lesser teams like even Bournemouth. Will you say Semenyo because has been one time a star man for Bournemouth, whereas other players are not that good, makes him more exceptional than the like of Palmer or other, top midfielders in top team?
Like you said, you're rating this season. So if you want to rate this season, you look at the importance of the player. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. In the team where you just mentioned, Semenyo was at one point in time carrying the team, just like Kluivert has done also. So there are star players in that particular team. Their relevance is how much they have contributed into the team. That is what I use as my metrics to judge. Bruno, like I said, is not an Arsenal player, but I can see him shoulder a lot of responsibility on the Manchester United, and he has carried that team all through, even during the rough patch. Yes. Palmer, sorry. Before I lose my thought. Palmer, on the other hand, has done the same, but you can see the responsibility being shared. In as much as you would call Jackson a wasteful striker, he has also picked this team and he has actually done a whole lot. That is why a Chelsea fan will tell you, regardless of the fact that they don't rate him so much, they are still missing him right now because of what he contributes. They still have other players who can turn up on the day. Like I said, Palmer is an exceptional player, but this is my opinion.
But do you think about what of in Manchester United squad, not just only Bruno, Ahmad at some point have really carried Manchester United on his back till he got injured?
Now, Ahmad was away for a lot of time. He came into the team and he's been away for some time now. Who is that mainstay in this team? Remove a Bruno, Man United will be fighting relegation. And I'm not even kidding.
But they're fighting relegation right now.
No, they are not. They're far away from relegation. They can't even be in the relegation battle.
Let me hear you, Cowboy.
Well, I will just say one sentence. I think this one sentence is able to clarify everything. Well, are you aware that Chelsea is being called Cole Palmer FC?
I don't know that.
So you know,
I just updated you.
Like
and why is that? Because he's carrying the. See, we finished sixth last season because of Cole Palmer.
Like I said, he was exceptional last season.
Single-handedly took us to the sixth position, and he did it at the beginning of this season. The deep of one just started. He was exceptional in the beginning of this season. Exceptional. Yeah, scoring goals, banging free kicks. Come on.
Yeah, I think beginning of the season, actually, you can't really take that from Palmer, because definitely for Chelsea to be at some point top 3, even, yes, top 2 this season was courtesy of Palmer. And again, if you're looking at it this way, Palmer this season with the metrics, which definitely judge other players, goals and assists, you definitely see Cole Palmer doing double this season. I think he have 13 or 16 goals and 6 assists, whereas Bruno actually had just 7 goals and 7 assists. So looking at these metrics on goal and assist, it's not necessarily has to be the exceptional player in a team, because one player does not make up a team. Definitely, there have to be other teams who can definitely turn up to either give you that assist or to do that link-up play for you, or to even defend for you and stuff for you to really win games. But it is what it is. It's actually a personal opinion. But going with metrics on goals and assists, I felt like Palmer deserved the credit this season over Bruno Fernandes.
The metrics you're using now, I wouldn't doubt that based on what is on our front, the statistics to show. But I just said this is a personal opinion based on what this player has offered to his team. You understand? At one point in time when Arsenal was doing so badly, there were people who were topping the chart ahead of Saka, but I wouldn't rate them ahead of Saka. To mention somebody like Foden at that time, he was playing in an exceptional Man City team, but you can tell that this boy is now better than Saka, because this Saka has carried the team even in their lowest state. So that is what my metrics is based on. But if you say goals and assists, then Palmer wins the day as a number 10.
Okay, that's what it is. We definitely have eaten up our time, and seeing other reviews coming and which we definitely want to highlight on this video. We can't do all of it right now, but you think I'll use the comment section to really drop what you think and also your insights in this game. As promised, when this video was starting, we're definitely going to give our predictions to this game, and we'll definitely wrap the curtain. Let me start from you, Cowboy Palmer. What do you think is going to be the prediction and scoreline of this game?
It can't be more than a 1-1 draw. My voice is even shaking because I feel bad. I want to trash Arsenal, but it will be a 1-1 draw.
What about you?
I see Arsenal winning the game. Say 2-1.
2-1.
Yes.
2-1. Me definitely looking at this game, it's going to be a lot dicey. I'm just seeing 1-0. Maybe Arsenal win 1-0. But it's going to be a low scoring game, just like the Manchester United and Arsenal game. But it is what it is. Thank you so much for watching even up to this moment. Let's hear what you have to say about this game and also your prediction and where you're watching us from the comment section. And don't forget, stay glued, because after this game, you're going to be granting a fan interview to really see how their voice is going to be after the game. Let's know whose voice is going to be shaky. Let's know who is going to be scared. And again, check our next video, because we are going to be dropping our bets. Definitely, they're going to make bets. Let's see what try to stay glued to really see what the bet is going to be, what an Arsenal fan is going to do if Arsenal gets to lose the game, and what a Chelsea fan is going to do after they lose the game. And the bet is going to be between T-Boy and Cowboy Palmer. Be treated and check more of our video to really see what the outcome will be. Thank you so much. And here in the studio with me, your humble host, Benny Lin, and I have
Emma Breed.
Why is your voice shaking?
Come on. I did fear. But Emma Breed, yeah, man.
He's scared.
And then we have calm down.
Cowboy.
Calm down.
This celebration.
Calm down. All right, so here is where we actually wrap the curtain. Thank you, and see you on the next one.